G'day guys and welcome to Tales from the Undertaker. My name is Michael from Ask a Pathfinder, and of course we are back with Tales from the Undertaker after a little bit of a sabbatical that we took. Oddly enough, for once everyone seemed to be missing, so we decided that rather than doing an empty stream with just the missing symbols on it, we just come back this week and kill off Justin's character Darby. How are we doing, everyone? We all good?
Yes. Excited to play some Pathfinder after the hiatus.
Man. Oh yeah, man, me too. Me too. I am super excited. So for those of you in the audience who haven't joined us before, welcome. We basically do a live stream where we interact with the audience as well as having a bit of fun of our own. If you at any point in time feel the urge to say so, please in the chat leave a number between 1 to 51. Someone, hopefully our editor, will tell me if a number gets called, and I will draw from the random plot twist cards. I will take one of these cards, which basically has a whole bunch of... Ooh, that's very dark. Which has a whole bunch of hidden agendas or different plot twists, and I will then make that into a twist for the campaign. I also throw in NPCs, so if you have some ideas on people you'd like to see, throw them out there as well in the chat, and I'll look at making them happen.
Unless they're gremlins, then don't.
Even if they're gremlins. All right, so without any further ado, we're going to be doing a recap of the last session. And of course, doing the recap is our favorite character, who has been found, called the Undertaker.
Hey, thank you for the host, Duke of Doom.
Woo! The Duke of Doom is hosting.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Tales from the Undertaker. My name is the Undertaker, keeper of the dead and teller of grisly tales. The story you're about to hear is the beginning of what might spell the end for the Howland agents. Up until now, they have been trying their hardest to, well, make a name for themselves and become renowned sweepers. They have recently returned from the Howling Caves, having thwarted some manner of large beast, this huge mechanical construction with a brain and eyes and claws that dug. It was building something within the bowels of its lair, some manner of mechanical machination. But what this might mean and what portents it has is unknown to our heroes. For now, they have quieted the country and returned to Thrushmore, where they hope to continue their investigation looking for the missing children of Thrushmore. As decided, the following morning has arrived, and they are due to meet with the leader of the Sleepless Agency, one Cressida Renz. Let us see if this will truly be a moment to remember. All right. And of course, as the morning rolls into the town of Thrushmore, rain begins to pelt down on the stone streets, making this kind of muddy, gloomy setting as you approach the Sleepless building, which is now open to the public. Inside, you see a reception area with what appears to be a, well, the woman you can see in front of you there with a small chapeau, with a thin veil, purple scarf, and she kind of appears to be in mourning from her garb, as it were. As you sort of approach the reception desk, she sort of sees you, takes note of you, and bows greetingly.
Hi. How are you?
Okay.
I am well. Is there something I could perhaps help you with?
Yes, we're the Howland Agency. We were supposed to come here and talk to you guys about the missing children case.
Yes, and as soon as she sort of goes to speak, you hear this boisterous sound coming from down the hallway. Ah! my friends! Khalil, Geralt, Sorora! A huge, imposing figure in gold, in like, silver armor appears with golden locks. This person is, as you guys know, the leader of the Helsing sweeping group, Arthur Van Helsing, who says he basically runs up to Khalil and gives him a big hug.
Hello, Arthur. How are you?
Oh, I am well. I'm stupendous. I'm so glad you made it. I was worried my message did not arrive or get to you. And he sort of goes up and he hugs Geralt, lifts him off the ground.
Okay. Alright.
And he says, where have you been? I thought the last I saw you were all gravely injured and back at Castle Corvishaw.
It happens a lot, actually.
Yeah, we tend to be injured pretty much all the time.
I almost drowned.
Well, it's good to see that all of you are well. He goes up and gives Sorora also a huge hug.
No.
he sort of laughs and says, "Oh yes, I was going to speak with you. Allow me to present Zaccadia Rend, the founder of the Sleepless Detective Agency." And he sort of points at the receptionist. She sort of does not seem impressed at his exuberance. She's kind of very melancholy, and she sort of looks at you, and again she sort of nods. Arthur looks at her and says, "These are the heroes I mentioned. Yes, they played a vital role in thwarting the assassination on the prince, and they could definitely help you out." Yes, thank you, Arthur. I appreciate all the help you can provide. It is a shame that you can't help us yourself, but I suppose that your friends will suffice.
Ma'am, ma'am. We are more than capable of handling this. Okay.
We just beat a giant robot thing up. We're pretty cool.
Yeah, and they were the losers of the group. Like, I wasn't even there. If I had been there, we really would have destroyed that thing.
Oh, that's true. Yes, if Geralt was there, we probably would have done a lot better. But we did it regardless.
I love how Geralt sasses you and you just agree with him.
he's got a good point.
I do hit things really hard with broken things.
I once saw him beat someone with another person's bone.
That's true.
If that's not impressive, I don't know what else would be.
Arthur places his hand on Khalil's shoulder and says, "Do not worry, lad. I am sure that you are very impressive, and one day you will have a chance to prove it to everyone that you are a great leader of the Howland Agents."
Thank you, Arthur.
He sort of pats you on your chest, and he says, "All right, well, I have matters that need to be attended to, but you help out Miss Renz, and good luck."
Yes, to you as well.
And he sort of whistles as he walks into the rain, which doesn't seem to remotely bother him. He sort of looks around like he's a little bit lost before he finally decides on a place where he wants to go, and he heads off in that direction.
He's my favorite person.
So you have beaten up a robot, you say?
We've done a lot more than that.
It's true.
I see. Well, if you would...
have you ever heard of a town called...
Andorno.
Andorno.
Yes, small, quiet village to the east. Why?
I would say we liberated it. We rescued it from a giant snowy ice monster known as a... what are they called?
I have it in here. It's in my brain somewhere. I'll find it.
I see. Very impressive. Now, if you would join me in my office, I will...
Wendigo!
Wendigo! We fought a Wendigo and we survived.
And they were cannibals.
They were also cannibals, and we defeated them.
Alive still.
You kind of see that she's got this look of, like, you know, sure you did, pal. You know, like, she's like, oh, a Wendigo, you don't say.
Listen,
We did
lady.
say that.
We also liberated an entire town from the undead.
We were very impressive.
She sort of says, "Look, do you want the job or not?"
Yes.
yeah, we do.
Ma'am.
Good. Then come into my office, and I will explain the details. We must not tarry. There are lives at stake.
I don't even know what that means, so let's not do
weren't,
that.
weren't they supposed to be in that like place? Like we came and tried to find them like a while ago, and they weren't there, right?
Yes, this is that place.
Oh.
It is now. It is now open.
Where were they?
Ask her.
She explains that the office suffered a infestation of sorts after one of the detectives had returned with something undesirable. The entire place needed to be fumigated in order to remove it.
All right.
There are also many moving parts within the agency, so there are actually lots of field agents, but very few people who maintain and operate within the Sleepless building itself, at least at this particular time. As she leads you through, you can see that the Sleepless building has a whole bunch of very useful resources. You can see that there's a library, an alchemy lab. You can see a whole bunch of different, basically different places where you'd be able to sort of conduct your investigation, should you so desire. She eventually leads you to what appears to be a very modest office. It doesn't really have any furnishings. It's just sort of like, well, not furnishing, whatever, like pot plants or anything like that. It's just very bare. There's like a bookshelf with some notes and a table. She says, after hearing your recommendation from Arthur, I would like to hire the Howland Agency. Recent times has made the demand for investigators and detectives quite high, and I can't afford any more of my detectives to go dark. Recently, there have been a string of disappearances right here in Thrushmore, and I dispatched 3 rookie agents to deal with this case, but all of them have strangely ceased communications. I would ask that you seek them out and either return with the agent themselves to explain their actions or their journals. I will see to it that you are paid well and receive credit for your part in the current investigation into the missing children.
Of course. Where do we start?
The first agent I would like you to locate is one Leopold Trent. He was dispatched to investigate the missing children's first. Several of the local urchins have been seen wandering in the dead of night to the north. When pursued, they vanished and were never heard from again. He told me in his last correspondence that he intended to pursue the next victim and find the source of the disappearance, but this was 1 week ago.
A week ago.
Where was the last place that they saw him?
He was in the northern end of town, heading into the forest towards Lantern Lake.
Oh! Before I forget, I slap a letter down from Cassius on the table.
Sort of has a look at the letter.
It's for you, I think. Cassius handed it to me.
Yes. She sort of looks at it and she's like, folds it up and places it in her pocket.
All right, and how about these other 2 then?
No. She is going to give you. I'm just thinking because she's going to tie. Because you've got the reward from the dockyard. She's going to tie that in with this reward as well. She says, if you agree, then you will receive a reward of 5,000 gold pieces per journal that is retrieved.
Okay.
And an additional 1,000 should you return with the agent themselves. Now, each agent carries a silver raven statue that allows them to directly communicate with me. Should you find the missing agent, they'll be able to contact me and inform me that you have basically met up with them. If, however, they are deceased, return with their journal and the Silver Raven.
All right.
She sort of rifles through a few little papers on the desk, and she hands over what appears to be several reports. This is the last correspondence from Leopold. Take it with you, and with any luck, you will hopefully find what it is hopefully you will find my agent.
Okay.
All right, we'll be on the lookout.
Could you real quick describe him for us?
Of course, Leopold is let's see. Leopold is a elven gentleman with white hair and very slight features. He is most notable because he wears he has a tattoo on his forehead which presents a crown of vines.
All right. Interesting. Is there any other information you'd like us to take before we go about our way?
Not really. Everything else is pretty much carried in Leopold's notes.
All right.
I say we head for the lake then.
Do you have any questions for us?
Do you often take so long to go on quests?
Only when we're hesitating to do it. I'm just joking. We're ready to go.
She doesn't seem to smile. She just sort of seems to busy herself with work.
We will see you later then.
Have a good day.
You as well.
All right, let's leave.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So after leaving her office, you find yourself in, of course, the Sleepless Building. Like I said, there's plenty of places where you can sit down for research to quietly, you know, conduct your own investigation, if you so desire.
I mean, we're just looking for this guy, right? Based on where he could have gone. He was just looking for the missing children, am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Let's-
Last seen by the woods by the Lantern Lake.
Let's see if we can get some kind of visual ID on him.
Yep. I say we head up north, see what we can find.
Does no one want to read the reports you were given?
Yes.
Oh,
we
yes,
we probably should. That's probably a very good idea.
Very well. To the north. All right.
I'm gonna put my gum in the note and just kind of. There we go.
Yep, that's exactly it. Okay. Let me see. Okay. All right. The first report reads, "It has been days. No child has gone missing. They all seem to follow the same road north. I will remain vigilant and prove myself to the Sleepless agents." It also marks a alleyway that is between a butcher and a tannery, which leads north. It's not the main road north; it's a side road. The second entry. Finally, one of the town's children, the Joliet girl, has arrived at the edge of town. Her face is blank and she looks in trance. I am in pursuit now. The third message. The child walks tirelessly. We've just arrived at the edge of Lantern Lake. She seems to have stopped at the mouth of the river. She has remained unmoved now for over an hour. I grow concerned. I'm going to approach her. And that is the last correspondence.
Uh-oh.
Okie dokie.
Well, sounds like we're going to a river.
Yes, I think we should definitely head for the lake.
Okay.
But there's like this That girl is probably like possessed.
She probably was.
Probably.
It's like, oh hell no, spooky, baby, spooky. I ain't going near her.
You'll be fine, Sora.
Rip.
Okay. Editor, I have a map of the Ustalav countryside. I've just posted into the chat. If you could throw that up for us real quick, we can see where everyone would like to travel or how they would like to journey. Take your time on that one. So as you guys are still in this facility, like I said, there aren't very many sleepless agents here at the moment. There are a couple that you could probably talk to, but there's also the libraries if you wish to research the area or the lands or Lantern Lake or any of these other things.
It's
It is
the
entirely
person-
up to you.
The closest person I see, I want to walk up to them.
All right. The closest person you see appears to be this kind of well, it's a halfling woman,
Oh.
and she seems to be busy, sort of reading through some notes, and she seems to have this twitch where she's flicking a quill in her fingers, almost like she's running a dagger through her knuckles.
Hello, hi. How are you doing today?
Droll kind of goes up to Cleo and pushes him out of the way, and he goes, "Hello."
roll a diplomacy check.
God.
Uh-oh, this is not gonna go well. Oh, natural 20.
Oh my god.
All right. She at this point she sort of bites down on the tip of the quill,
Oh my god.
and she's like, "Hello." She's a little bit.
Khalil.
She's a little bit klutzy too. So so you actually notice she's now got like a little bit of ink on the side of her.
No.
Droll like goes up and he just kind of like wipes off and he's like, "You got a little something right here."
She blushes and she seems to be stumbling to find words, not too dissimilar to your GM.
Anyways, Geralt, what is your name, lady?
Guinevere. My name.
Guinevere.
My name's Gwen.
Well, Gwen, we're some sweepers, and we're looking for these lost kids. Do you know anything about
Are
that?
you alright, Geralt? You're talking weird.
he backhands Khalil.
as he basically pimp smacks Khalil back. She sort of is a bit surprised initially, but she doesn't really, she doesn't really.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my friend's rudeness. You know.
Oh, well, it's
Are
quite
you
all right.
alright?
You seem to have a firm hand for this sort of thing. I'd maybe like to see how you sweep up close.
I put like a band-aid on Khalil's face.
And it's got like Flintstone stickers on it.
Yes. It's a Hello Kitty one, actually.
It's a Hello Kitty one. Okay, it's a Hello Kitty one. All right. As you place the band-aid on his face, she says, "Yes, I know Leopold was looking into it. He was one of the new recruits."
He's missing.
Yes, I heard of this.
Oh, have you
yeah.
heard of this?
I have.
Samara.
But I
Suspicious.
I'm sorry for my other friend's rudeness as well.
what happened to equality? I mean, Khalil got pimp slapped. I mean, just saying. Putting it out there.
Don't do it.
If
Oh,
you
it'll
hit
happen.
me, I will cut you in half.
That's how PvP starts.
All right.
All right. Okay. So yeah, she she says that she knew very little about Leopold, and what she does know is very little help. She knows that he was the son of a druid who lived in the area, and that that he wanted to become a bit more civil, so he started looking for work in the town, originally with the tanner and with other places, but the sleepless agents were the only ones who sort of went, hey, look, the area, you grew up in the forest, this would be a good place for you to try your career. Leopold agreed. So unlike the others, he wasn't very passionate about being a sweeper. He was just someone in a position where he had a lot of skills that were usable by the organization. The missing children has concerned everyone, and naturally, Gwen also knows people whose children have gone missing as well. Most notably, the latest of the people missing, she knows belonged to. Sorry, let me just pull up my notes here. To Sabina Joliet.
Sabina.
And Sabina Joliet's mother was the one that you actually met earlier on when you were looking into the children the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, we're done with you,
Wait, no,
ma'am.
the lake. Could you tell us anything? Is there anything odd about it? You've noticed as a local.
She says, "I'm not very local. I actually come from the southwest, but I'm currently back to submit some reports of what I've observed on the outer rims there. But if I can tell you anything about Lantern Lake, and that is missing people have gone missing in that forest all the time. It's common knowledge that you need to take a guide with you or someone who does know the area. If you do go missing, if you do end up near the Lantern Lake, the reason it's called a Lantern Lake is because many people have claimed the sightings of will-o-wisps in the area, which appear like lanterns hovering over the waters, and they tend to try and lure people into death traps, basically.
Interesting. Would you recommend we get someone to show us the way then?
Oh, yes and no. I mean, yes, it is definitely a good idea, but sadly, there are very few people here with such talents. The only person I could even think of remotely is probably the tanner or one of his kids. They're very capable in the woods, but they're also very superstitious and might hinder your investigation with, being a detective is all about getting to the truth and not listening to these rumor mongers.
That's fair. One of ours is very talented at tracking. He's not here right now, but I'm sure he'd be great.
If he was here, he would do a great job.
He would do a great job if he was here.
I think we got this. What's the worst that could happen?
We could all die.
Geralt, don't be so negative in front
excuse me.
Gwen.
I'm sorry, are you hitting on her? What's going on here, Khalil?
What do you even mean? I have not touched this woman.
She sort of looks at Khalil and she says, sorry, hun, you're not my type.
What?
Rip.
Who?
Geralt kind of like, he starts like flexing.
Grunting.
He starts like flexing his biceps or his pecs. He's like.
What is happening? Why is it every town you guys it's like Darby and Geralt, right? Like just the weirdest thing.
Okay, Geralt, sir, can you leave?
Yeah, I guess we got important work to do. I'll see you later, sweet cheeks. And he winks at her.
She sort of twirls her hair, and as she does, she sort of scribbles something down and sort of passes it to Geralt, and she says, "If ever you need more information, you can find me here."
Oh, Thank you very much. Maybe we'll have to have a private session sometime.
She says, "I'd like that."
I mean, if you have more information, I would like to be there as well. I don't know why just Geralt would be there.
Both Geralt and Gwen frown at you.
I apologize if I've overstepped. I want to look. I want to go to the library and look at
Oh my god!
a book of the river. I want to see if I can get some more information on the lake.
There's
Okay.
no river.
It's a river and
Okay.
a lake.
I think there's
No, there is a river. There is a river.
Oh, okay.
Blah blah blah. Eddie Tor, do we have that that map I sent?
Yes.
Yes. Can we put it up, please?
The stick
And
of
I can
truth.
tell people where things are.
Okay. It's already up.
Is it?
Do you want me
Oh, okay.
Wow, a map.
Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Oh
I
yes.
see it.
All right. Can our audience see it, or is it just
Is that my
just our players?
wagon in the corner that I left?
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay. Now, basically, if you look at the map, there is a large lake on the bottom right-hand side, which you can see has like these tentacled monsters that seem to come out of it.
No, we can't see it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Getting for the audience.
Okay. Thank you. We love you, Eddie.
Okay. Yeah. It's at the south.
Yeah, to the south.
As tentacle, the biggest lake or the biggest body of water. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so that is called Avalon Bay. Now, if you follow the right coast around, you should be able to see some docks that are as you go up. It's the first thing you see as you sort of look around, and there's like kind of this frog thing sitting on top of it.
Docks. Frog.
Mm,
Blind people.
no.
Okay, so
Yeah, on the right of the bay, right?
yes, that's correct. So you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now, if you follow that river all the way up, there's a fork, and if you
Yes.
go left, that is Lantern Lake.
The
Okay.
super tiny lake there, or
Yeah,
not
it's-
super tiny lake, but the little tiny lake.
That's surrounded by like a forest.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
At the base of almost at the base of a mountain.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
All right.
Right.
Okay, so that is what you see, and that is where you know to go. How you want to get from point A to point B is entirely up to you. There are obviously things in the way. There are things nearby. If you guys want to know any of the features, they are literally on that map, and I can,
It looks like, is there like a little town or something right next to it? Like really close to it? It looks like there's going the other way, like going right at the fork. There's something there.
Oh, going right? Yes, that is Redleaf.
Is it a village or what is it?
All right, I'll tell you a little bit about Redleaf. Oh, sorry, I also misspoke. The dock that I showed you just then, that was actually Ilmarsh, which is a different place. The one that with the big yellow vertical pylon appendage thing is Thrushmore at the north.
Repeat that for me.
King of the North.
Okay. All right. You know what? Hang on.
Okay.
Give me a second. All right. I'm gonna do this. Because I can. Give me 1 second. Apologies to the people in the audience. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Yes. Aha. Okay, and then I'm going to do this, and then that, and then this. Okay. All right. So now I can go and do this. All right. Yay!
Yay.
Okay, so right here is Thrushmore. Right? Over here.
Editor, can we see?
Can you see my screen? Can you see me?
Yes, send it back to his screen. His the minion.
Ah, there we go.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yes.
Okay, now we
Okay,
can see. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make this bigger. Whoa, okay. All right. You see that yellow thing right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is Thrushmore. You basically need to get to Lantern Lake, which is here.
Yes.
So, if you can choose to travel down, across the river, and up there, or you can travel there.
Option 2.
As you see, I am very lazy, and I can't be bothered even moving my tiny finger. So, the question that got asked earlier, asked by John, was, what is over here?
Yeah.
Now, this is the Red Leaf Estate. It is an abandoned estate that people believe is haunted by some manner of vampire.
Okay.
Vampire.
Interesting.
Yes.
As you
Yes.
know,
Also-
vampires are very sexy.
They are very sexy. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of stuff anyway. Okay, so that is the current course of action. So the map is there for you guys to check out. This map can now go away, and I will do this and go back to being spooky. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay.
that was fun.
I like it.
I do too. I like the green screen. Makes things easier.
Okay.
You can make a knowledge. Sorry, you can also make a knowledge local check if you want to know more about the Red Leaf. If you
Yeah, I do. I want to know everything.
I don't think I. Oh, I do have knowledge local. I think I picked up knowledge local.
have such things.
You do not have such things.
Knowledge local. Yeah.
Aw.
I'll
That
make
is
a-
a 20 not natural.
And let's
Not
see
natural
here.
20?
Yes.
And Drolt got a 15.
Okay. These are the manor houses of the Alder, Beaudely, Druin White, Milia, and Vanash families that encircle their compounds in the forests. There is a lot of bad blood that seems to have come from there, and there is lots of arguments and disputes that keep arising from arguments over inheritances and properties and lands. Although people say that the family hasn't been heard from in a while, which is where the rumors of vampirism seem to be kicking from.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Do the books give me any more information about the river to the lake?
No, not really. It's pretty much the same.
Okay.
All right, where to now?
I think we should just go straight for the lake, right?
Through the forest, or are we going alongside the river?
We'll go quickest as the bird flies right there.
Yep.
All right, as the bird flies. So, you make your way to the north of town and begin to navigate through the streets of the town. As you pass, you can see that lots of people are kind of whispering.
There we go.
Whispering about you guys, like, who are these guys? Yeah, they were in town. I heard them talking to the dock people. I heard that they were doing stuff with those thugs and some barrels. Oh, you know what's in those barrels? Yeah, pickles. I mean, yeah, they're just talking smack. Talking smack.
Michael's
All right.
gone.
People are talking
I
smack.
Michael is gone.
Am I gone? I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can see.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
You were.
Sorry.
I was gonna say. That's okay. All right. So, so as you begin to make your way towards the edge of town, you notice that you are being followed. There's something moving in the shadows around you.
Can I do a perception check?
Same.
You can see it. It's not hiding well.
Okay.
Oh,
It seems to be some manner of small four-legged creature.
Oh.
Hello?
As you whistle, this stray dog limps out of the alleyway here.
Beep.
Its fur is matted and old. It's sort of semi-starved, so you can kind of see its ribs.
No.
Oh, you look like Darby.
oh my God! It does look like Darby.
It's weird, right?
Darby got turned into a dog. All right, it sort of wags its tail and starts molting a little bit.
Oh,
Very
come here,
sweet.
little guy. Geralt kind of like pets him on the head a little bit.
Sort of lets loose his tongue. You can tell that the dog's is blind. It's got milky eyes and yeah, it's very happy. It's like so happy you're patting it.
Oh my
Oh.
Can I
god.
detect magic on this dog?
Yeah, there's no magic on the dog.
Okay.
Can you like anti-blind?
That's what I
something?
was wondering. Am I allowed to anti-blind?
I don't see why the spell remove blindness deafness wouldn't work if you have that as a spell.
I don't think I do. Like
Yeah,
I
you do.
She has blindness deafness, but I don't think she has removed blindness deafness.
Yeah.
Are those two different spells?
Those are two different spells.
Okay, yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's a way higher level spell. I just.
I was gonna say you could also make the dog deaf if you really want to.
Oh my god. No, but I have a pie. Like I randomly still have a pie from
That's so rotten.
wait, from the other town?
yes.
Hold up.
thing's-
You are aware that pie is probably human, right?
No, it's big. It's a big pie, a Mississippi big pie.
Yeah, from the town where they were cooking people into pies. You know what?
do you
You know
think-
what?
is
It's
that a
already
fr-
the person's already dead. Just give it to the dog. I don't want to eat it. I'm sure no one else wants
I'm
to
not
eat
gonna
it.
give it to the dog. Is it a fruit pie or a meat pie?
Oh, it's a meat pie.
It's a meat pie.
Well, then I will throw that far away.
What? Why?
Just randomly, you watch as Sorora picks up this sort of like crusty old pie and goes ah, and throws it.
Oh no!
Into the
Ah,
street.
it's a pie! I start running.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. Roll a will save. Khalil, for those of you in the audience who aren't aware, has a actual fear of pies to the point where he will automatically run away from any pie, and the grand irony of this is that if he fails his will save, he is going to panic in the streets and literally go in random directions.
I rolled a 24.
Okay, you're fine. You just flee the pie. Heading off.
I'm running towards the lake though, like towards
Does
the right
anyone
direction.
have? Does
I'm
anyone
gonna
have any
productively
food?
run away.
Do you guys have any food to give to this poor dog?
I'm gone.
Yeah, that's right. He's gone.
I only have a color changing gumball. And I have 47 of them.
That's right.
That's not like nourishing.
I always assume that among your resupply and restock when you go to an inn or whatever, you will always have at least a couple days worth of rations for yourself as well. So this usually includes bread, cheese, a little bit of dried meat, and water. That's about it. Unless you want specific stuff which you can buy on your own.
Geralt's gonna give the dog some of his dried meat.
I'll give him some water.
All right. You pour out some water and you give him some meat. He happily eats it and he's hungry. He sort of wags his tail before he starts coughing. As it does so, it lies down in the streets, and it seems to start shaking. It sort of seems to sort of be whining a little bit.
Baby.
You should do a heal check on it. See what's wrong.
Yeah.
Make your heal check
Okay.
with a -5 because it's an animal.
This one?
She's probably not gonna get it. I don't think your heal's that high.
Yeah. Where is it? 9.
So 9 plus 4.
Okay, with a 9, as you're sort of patting it, you can't really tell what's wrong with it. It just seems like it's old and starving. But as soon as you sort of touch it and pat it, it stops whining and it just starts wagging its tail as it places its head like kind of down between its paws. And very quietly, it stops wagging its tail.
Why did you kill a puppy? What was the...
Geralt just kind of looks at it and says, "Oh, he must be really tired."
God damn it! Oh my god!
Roll a perception check, please, as you sit down. By the way, welcome guys who've just tuned in. I'm killing a puppy.
Jesus Christ!
I greatly apologize. No, this is actually a thing. They found a stray dog, they fed it, and it has sadly passed away.
9.
Geralt got an 18.
18.
Can I roll a perception check from
You're not
super
even
far
there. You
away?
ran. Yeah, you ran away.
Right up. You have fled from the pie. All right, Geralt. you notice as the creature sort of winds down. You know how normally when a corpse is there, you think it's still alive. This time you think it's alive because it's actually moving, and you notice that its lips start to open into almost a snarl.
Uh-oh. Geralt kind of like snatches Sorora away from it.
All right, as Geralt pulls Sorora away, the dog lashes out briefly. It snaps and growls and tries to stand up. As it does shakily get back onto its feet, you see that it has over its lips this foaming green substance.
Oh. Would Geralt recognize this?
Geralt 100% recognizes this.
All right, he's gonna immediately punch it in the face, or actually pick up a rock.
Okay, we're gonna go into initiative first, just to see if who goes in what order. But yes, the dog basically rises up, snarling and biting and snapping. Khalil, you hear this from where you are, so you can also roll initiative as well. As you're not that far down the road. Sorora, you are startled by the sudden attack by this poor dog. All right.
Right here. No.
All right. Khalil, what's your initiative?
Oh, am I a part of this?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh dang! So you did really good.
20.
So g'day, Battle Res.
What up, Battle
Natural
Res?
1.
Natural 1. Well done.
Natural 1? Oh my god. I'll throw you off a cliff.
All right. I would like to point out that it has been warned that Khalil has rolls like this. Okay. Sorora.
20, not natural.
20, not natural. Okay, and Geralt.
6.
6. Okay. All right. So, as the dog is snarling and biting and snapping, Sorora, you get to act first.
Alright.
This is the first time you've seen this kind of green foam, like rabies kind of stuff. And yeah, it looks mad. Thankfully, however, it is also blind.
Alright, well then, shall we add to the blindness? Can I cast deafness?
Oh my god.
You can, I guess.
How many spells do you have a day?
I can cast that one 3 times a day. Which is like... I think I actually casted it 3 times last time.
Yeah, I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, we're really bad about that. Like, I always save up spell. Like, we normally just, like, hold on to our spells and we're like, I can only cast this 3
That's
times.
true.
And then the entire day passes and we never cast any of those spells.
Okay, I would like to cast deafness, and run behind Khalil.
I'm pretty
Very
far
well.
away.
All right. As Sorora raises her hands and begins to form sigils and symbols, the dog seems to scratch at its ear. You can tell that it's probably unable to hear at the moment. As your deafness spell goes off. All right. we then go to the dog, who is blind, can't really see anything, but is going to lash out at the last place it was aware that someone was. And that is a natural 20.
Oh, no way!
That is a 19 to confirm the crit.
Who does that hit?
Well, we'll find out in a second. Geralt.
Next episode of Tales from the Undertaker.
Hold up. Thankfully, because it is both blind and deaf, while it attempts to bite at Geralt, it only bites into his armor and doesn't actually deal any damage.
All right.
Also, by the way,
Suck it.
I definitely approve of the little damage shaky thing as well. That was very cool.
What's the damage?
Or maybe that was just me. Maybe I'm having a stroke. I don't know. It was a damage shaky.
We'll do that from now on.
Okay. Okay, so with that, we then go to Geralt.
All right, well, this
thing's
thing's right on me, so I'm going to pick up a rock and bash its head in. No. And I'm going to use my Vital Strike and my Chair Breaker ability with my broken rock, I guess. I have to break it first, so I guess I just like...
green? Is this green like foam? Like
it's undead.
Like permanently?
Can I like tell her that real quick? Like explain what's going on.
Geralt explains that a long time ago, when he was still a guard back in the town of Seska, there was a incident that occurred, which inevitably led to him being fired, where a group of animals were enchanted by a witch. And they were rabid, and this green foam caked around their mouth turned them feral and berserk. It was a highly contagious disease, and it basically almost destroyed the town when a stray dog, not unlike the one that you are seeing, attacked the town circus and almost turned a bear feral.
But is it like reversible?
No. Well, yes.
Not as anyone's aware. Well, I mean, yeah. It was dead before it then got back up, so it is technically reversible in the sense that you could kill it again.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kill the shit out of this thing.
Alright, make your attack.
Oh.
Jesus.
Hold on, it's fine. This is fine, everything's fine. 12. Come on, it's blind and deaf.
Oh. Yes, that will actually hit it.
Oh wow, Jesus!
Hooray! But also sad.
All right. It literally, the brick hits it so hard that it just falls down and crumples.
All right.
As the dog sort of bleeds out, you notice that its blood begins to turn to vapor, and then disappear into the air.
Oh no!
As the internal organs basically stretch the skin over the bones, and it lies dead on the street. All right,
Is he wearing a collar?
No.
Damn.
You're out of initiative as Khalil returns.
Where's the pie go?
What the hell?
We just killed an undead dog and you're concerned about a pie? What is wrong with you?
What happened to the dog?
The dog went crazy. There was this whole incident that happened in the town of Seska, if you're not aware, where the entire town was taken over by rabid animals.
I heard about that.
Yeah, well, apparently it's happening again, and we need to take care of this immediately.
This might have something to do with the lake, right?
So this encounter is courtesy of Zergling and Hot Mess 69.
Hot Mess.
For the plot twists that I don't know if you can see. That's kind of cool. It's like, hey, guess what? I'm a green screen too. Which was fleeting glimpse and not black and white. So the lovable dog, which ended up turning bad, and then of course. The fleeting glimpse card you can interpret however you want, but this could be a glimpse into what might be happening soon or later or whatever the case may be. So yeah, be aware of that. And we do have 2 other plot cards in place as well, so they'll be showing up at some point or another. All right. Enjoy that. I hope you liked the fact that I suck a stray sick dog on you.
I
You
hated
killed
it.
You sick bastard.
How dare you?
I know. I felt
This is
really
like
sad
I am,
doing
or
that.
this is like I am legend all
My
over
poor
again.
heart. I know, right? Don't remind me of such things. I love dogs. I'm such a dog enthusiast. Okay,
Dog
my heart
enthusiast.
hurts. I'm enthused by dogs.
Do you have
okay.
a dog?
I don't. I'm gonna have a dog soon. I'm gonna get a
A
I'm
pug?
going to try and get. No, I'm gonna go try and get a Doberman.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm frozen.
All right. My dog things aside, we find our heroes heading north along the road that was informed by Leopold as they continue their search to find the missing sleepless agent.
Leopold!
All right.
Leopold. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. What happens? I don't know. I should read this. What happens? Okay. The journey takes you the better part of a day, with the forests around Thrushmore being ominous and creepy, with the colors that seem to be dulled from the trees and plants and animals. It is quiet in this area. The only sounds you can really hear is the pitter-patter of the rain as it falls upon the road as you travel. As you get closer towards the infamous Lantern Lake, you can see out of the corner of your eye what appears to be movement along the trail. It sort of peeks in and out every once in a while.
How big is it? Can we tell?
Roll a perception check as you inspect the forest while you ride.
21 for Geralt.
Oof.
21?
29 for Cleo.
16.
29, 16. Alright, those of you who got over 20, you basically get this sense that there is a small, like tiny, teeny, tiny creature that seems to be walking alongside you.
Hello?
It's more curious than anything else.
Hello? What do you want?
You don't know it's there.
Oh.
Look at that. Something's following us.
Something's following us.
Hello? Where am I?
Alright. Okay. As you call out, roll a diplomacy check as the editor puts the image I just sent on top of the screen. As you call out, you hear this sort of
23.
shuffling as if something's trying to hide. But it seems to peek like out behind what appears to be a tiny shrubbery. You see these 2 tiny little black eyes.
Evil.
Kill it!
But it's tiny. I mean, like, I'm talking like in real life, it is like maybe that big.
Cute.
It's teeny tiny. All right. What do you guys?
Oh my god.
Oh
What
my
a
God.
sweet creature. Can I, like, coerce it to come towards us?
Well, what do you do? What do you say?
Come here, friend.
Hello, little one.
Oh my god. Come here.
Okay.
Come here.
All right.
little
It sort of hobbles out of the brushes, and what you see appears to be a tiny plant-like creature that seems to be an amalgamation of some of the local flora and flora. It has a kind of a bush poison ivy kind of skirt with little tiny berries on it. It has tiny little vine-like hands, a circular green head that I don't know, is just adorable. and it seems to be wearing a orange peel as a hat.
An orange
An
peel?
orange peel.
That's
Oh
so cute. I
my
want to
God.
cosplay this.
As it sort of walks out, thank you kindly. As this thing walks out, it sort of looks up at you. You notice that it has no mouth.
Cast blind. No, I'm kidding.
Hi.
It holds its face.
Do you understand us, little one?
Oh! I would-
What the hell? Can we do like
What
a
the
knowledge,
hell?
some kind of knowledge check to determine what this thing is?
You can make a knowledge nature check if you wish to.
I don't think I have that.
Knowledge, nature. Ooh, 3. 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh, nice.
18? With an 18, you would know that this creature is called a leshy.
Oh my god.
Leshy are kind of like plant fey-like creatures. Sort of like guardians of nature, I guess.
Oh god.
So it's not evil then, Sora? It's
No.
More importantly, this one seems to be a baby.
Oh.
oh. What do we do with it, Sora? I mean,
I like its little orange peel hair.
Does it look lost, or does it kind of know what it's doing?
It looks like it knows what it's doing. It looks like it's more curious about you and what you're doing than anything else.
We are looking for Lantern Lake. Do you know how to get there?
Can you show us?
What a cutie! Where's your parent?
As it looks around, you see its eyes sort of get bigger and start to well up with tears.
Oh
No! Come here. I will be your
As
parent.
it sort of walks, its legs don't quite walk properly yet, so it sort of wobbles a little bit as it sort of walks over.
Oh my god, you cry blood everywhere.
Oh my god, you know what? The evil man in me is like, oh, this thing is so gonna die.
No! No, don't you dare! I will protect this little bean with my life.
You're like, all right, that's it. Here comes the rabbit's foot.
Throwing down the rabbit's foot.
All right. So, so yeah, it sort of waddles over to you and sort of puts its hands up.
oh my god.
You pick it up.
Oop.
You have this tiny little squishy thing.
I put
It
her
sort
on
of
my
it sort of hangs on to like the little tassels in your hair for support, so it doesn't fall off.
Oh my god.
And it sort of looks around and it sort of points you down the road.
She knows the way.
Little one, have you seen any children come by here recently, or any people that haven't come back?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did they go to the lake? We need to be very cautious at this lake.
Do you see any bad things happen at the lake? Nothing
No.
bad. Did anyone drown in the lake?
Oh. All right.
Let's go for it.
Let's proceed cautiously though.
Well, we
All right.
have Leshy to protect us.
It sort of like puffs up its chest a bit, but it's still hanging on to like one of your dreads.
Oh my god. This is like Groot. Oh, baby Groot.
No.
Okay. All right. You continue your journey forth and forthwith. And as you do so, you eventually come to the edge of a placid lake with thin mist hanging over these silvery waters that hang like a veil amidst the cold air. As you arrive, everyone can make me a perception check. As you start to hear what sounds like child giggling.
29.
Yep.
15.
14 for Geralt.
Everyone except Geralt, upon arriving, can hear the giggling coming from pretty much everywhere. But more importantly, you do not allow it to distract you and see that there is a trail left by what appears to be a pair of adult boots that seem to be leading a short distance away.
Interesting. Gerald, do you see these prints on the floor?
What? Oh! Yeah, sorry. The lake's actually very beautiful despite being in this horrific circumstances.
So it's like creepy, just children laughing going around the whole lake? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's super creepy.
Okay.
What's so funny?
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what exactly is causing it.
Can I assume that
definitely
it's the lantern things? The
will-o-wisps?
Do they make noises?
They could potentially.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the boots.
Very well. Following the boots, you travel for just a couple of minutes before you come to what appears to be a small, upturned tent surrounding what appears to be a destroyed campsite.
Rip.
We should see if perhaps this is Leopold's tent.
Alfonso.
The less she seems to tug at Zorora's hair, like trying to almost pull her away from the tent.
What's wrong?
Is this a trap, little one?
It sort of looks at you confused.
I want to.
Is this dangerous?
Not want to be here.
Can I detect magic on the area?
All right, you cast Detect Magic as your energy scans the area. You do not find any traces of magic, I believe.
Can I do a perception check of the tent? Just from like where we are, like not go closer to it, but just like perceive it from a distance.
Sure.
17.
With a 17, you can tell that it wasn't a matter of creature that tore apart this place with tooth and nail, but it seems as though something heavy or something large just was lashing around. You look at the footsteps, and obviously if some sort of creature had destroyed this, it would leave footprints. But all you see is the adult footprints that seem to just be frantically moving from left to right.
Maybe a flying creature?
Interesting. Can I grab a rock and throw it at the tent?
You may, and as you do, please roll me initiative.
Oh no!
Shit.
Rip.
All right. As he takes up this very large rock and hurls it into the tent, there is the sound of wings buzzing super fast as a swarm of creatures emerge from the tent. Now these are the pale creatures that are in the catalog, Mr. Editor, or Mrs. Editor in this case today. And once we get to see what they are, we shall commence. What's the initiatives?
Cleo rolled a solid 7.
Better than me.
I got an 8.
Oh wow.
I got a 5.
Oh, guys. I didn't
Look
even
at
roll
this.
that well.
Look at this. Just pass this down to show Khalil. It's the group.
What's happening?
I like how yours is like good and the rest of us look like idiots.
We're gonna show you guys a picture here real quick.
I drew Darby as an old woman and Khalil as a bunny.
And I don't know what the hell I am.
Geralt is just this weird ass.
Here you go, guys. There's some fan art.
Some fan art.
Beautiful.
What the hell? like Darby just looks like a Mr. Miyagi looking dude.
Yeah.
But also has boobs and is an old woman.
Why not? All right. As you watch these creatures flying out, you see thousands of them emerge from the tent, each of which are carrying their own pair of pliers.
Tooth fairies?
Yeah, definitely fairies. 100% fairies. You can make me a knowledge nature check to try and identify what these creatures are.
Oh yeah, do it.
What was it? What was my knowledge nature? It was like 9 or something, wasn't it?
No, it's 3, I think, isn't it?
3. Yeah, it was 3. So 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no.
9? No, you do not know what these things are, but you'll find out very quickly as they get to go first, and they begin by flying straight towards the person who threw a rock at them.
This has happened to me before in real life with bees, by the way.
Oh my
It's
god.
nothing strange.
Oh, well, okay, well, here's the strange bit. As the swarm encompasses Khalil, for the fun fact of the audience, swarms do not work like regular battling creatures. They do not need to roll attack actions, they just simply do damage by occupying the same square as their intended target. So, Khalil, you start by taking a glorious 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
You can then make me a fortitude save to avoid distraction as you try to swat these tiny fairies away from you.
16.
That's fine. You managed to not get distracted. And you can make me another fortitude save against a paralyzing effect.
Oh my god.
Okay, cool. 20. Not natural.
20? Alright, with a 20, you are also fine. And you manage to sort of keep them away from you as they're attacking quite viciously. I mean, like, really viciously. You also notice, while you are in the midst of them, that these guys also seem to have green foam caked around their lips.
Oh god,
no.
damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, next up after the swarm is, of course, Sorora. You are watching as this swarm of these pincer wielding or this plier wielding fairies are attacking your friend Khalil. Your acquaintance Khalil.
I was gonna make that joke, yeah.
Attacking Khalil.
Can I ask, does the little, like, forest creature know what these are?
The forest, it sort of nods, and it still keeps trying to pull you away.
Is there a... Alright, well then... What would it do? Let's see what I can do to this. I don't really want to get near them.
Blind. All of them blind.
No, I can't do that because I'll waste all my blind.
Swarms also have a couple of immunities. They take half damage from weapon attacks, and you cannot target them with spells because you only technically target one of them.
Okay,
That makes sense.
so
But but they are very susceptible to area damage.
So I will cast Guidance on Geralt. You get +1 on an attack roll and skill check.
All right.
All right, with a wave of her hands and an incantation, a magical spell aura appears around Geralt, granting him that bonus.
Ba-na-na-na.
Which then brings us to...
And I kind of like
Khalil.
step back a little bit.
Okay, can I get away
And you
from
take
these
it.
things?
Yep. Yeah, you run and you sort of swat them to try and get away. Which direction are you going? North, south, east, or west?
whichever way does not see, but whatever is the clearest path. I mean, I don't want to run into the river or anything.
That might get rid of them.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to create some distance between me.
Very well. All right. Yep. You managed to make your way to the west as you sort of pull yourself out of them. There's still a couple of them sort of on you, and they seem to sort of be hitting you with like tiny pliers.
What the hell are these creatures?
All right, and then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands at a higher level, second level.
All right. Very well.
And I will do that thing.
As flames lick out from your... Well, you don't need to roll, Khalil.
Oh.
Oh, just your damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm rolling.
Okay. As the flames lick out from your hands, you manage to encompass the swarm in your flaming... There is no Nick, only Zool just posted a very, very funny little emoji thing. As the burning hands waft over the swarm, you see many of them getting burnt up and struggling and flailing.
They take 15 points of fire damage.
Oh, jeez.
Oof! 15 damage. Let's have a look. How are they looking? How is the swarm looking? So another thing that you guys in the audience also need to know is that swarms also do have hit points. When the hit points are lowered, that is because so many of their... basically so many of them have died that they are no longer a swarm and they kind of just scatter around. So you've done 15 damage to the swarm, which is pretty sizable. As we then go to Geralt, who watches as these flaming fairies with pliers seem to be screaming and struggling.
Actually, I don't think I have it. Is it just assumed that I always have alcohol?
Yes.
All right. Geralt's gonna
Probably
take
more than water.
that makes sense. So Geralt's gonna take out like a bottle of like alcohol and like get some in his mouth and just run over and just like on the swarm on the ones that are on fire.
Oh my god.
All right, roll a d4 for me, please.
1.
Wow.
All right, you deal 2 points of damage.
Woo!
To the entire swarm as the fires from the burning hands still flicker around. You basically breathe out this very alcoholic substance, which sets the blaze alight again, and deals a bit of damage. Yeah, it did not like that. The fairies are going to return in kind, swarming both Geralt and Khalil, dealing 10 points of damage to both of them.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And I'll need your first fort save for the both of you for distraction.
Let's see here.
My first one is a 23.
23.
And Geralt's is a 21.
21. Both of you are fine as you sort of manage to swat away and manage to keep yourself relatively undistracted. Then the second fort save, please.
I can't keep rolling good on these. Eventually, I'm gonna get a bad one.
Ooh, 20 for the second.
11 for my second.
All right. So, Geralt, you managed to keep them away. However, Khalil, you ready for this?
No.
You're not gonna be happy.
Oh god.
You are paralyzed
Yeah. I knew that.
for 3 rounds.
Oh. God.
And in addition,
I'm the only one who has
take-
AOE abilities.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think you
in
have
addition,
any area
while
of
you
effect
are
ability.
paralyzed, several of these creatures fly around your mouth and
Oh.
pry it open. And as they do so, you see a couple of them grab their pliers
Oh.
and tear out a tooth. It deals 1 point of dexterity damage and charisma.
Charisma damage!
That makes sense.
Just one. So it has. So just one. So it has no effect yet. It will have an effect every time you take 2 lots of damage. All right. In addition, you are now suffering 1 bleed every round. And you see that, you know, a couple of them now have, you know, this tooth that they are proudly showing to the others, who look very hungrily at it. All right, Sorora. You basically.
Jesus.
I don't know
and,
why I
to
have this.
oh yeah, sorry, I should probably mention as well. Khalil, please
What?
make a will save against sanity, as you are also unable to scream as they are doing this.
Will save. I'm good at these. Hopefully.
Come on, madness.
I'm good. That is 24.
24? Alright, you are fine and only take 1 point of sanity damage.
Yeah, Jesus.
Which is fine. You kind of shrug that off. Alright, Sorora.
You shrug off not being able to scream while having your teeth pulled out.
Khalil?
By a swarm, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, you're also very aware that he is very paralyzed. Now, bear in mind, you can, as a full round action, attempt to shake off the paralysis as well. So you're not, like, out for 3 rounds.
Thank God.
Thank the dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Feet don't fail me now.
Okay, so can I cast Prayer of Healing?
Yes.
Okay, so basically that's... I can heal up to 6 different creatures. So I want to heal Geralt and Khalil.
Can you heal me 5 times?
Of your choice that you will see within range, each regain
What's
hit
the-
points equal to 2d8 and your spell casting modifier.
Dang, that's really good.
What's the ability called?
Prayer of Healing.
Prayer of Healing. Is it an oracle spell?
Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's a level 2 spell.
Level 2 spell. It's weird, I don't actually see it. That's fine. Could you read me out the effect again, please?
Yeah, it says 10 minutes, 30 feet, heals up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. No effect on undead or constructs.
Wait, it takes 10 minutes to cast?
I don't know.
It might,
that would
it might be like an out of combat effect, really, because it might take like 10
Ooh.
minutes to effect.
Thank
to
you,
cast.
Kawaii Chocolate. I hope you enjoy the show. And,
Kawaii chocolate.
Thank you. Kawaii Chocolate!
Quiet!
I like chocolate. Chocolate's my favorite.
Did they just subscribe?
It said is now a scoundrel. I don't know what
Thank
that
you!
Yeah!
Thank you for the follow. Woo! Woo!
I still think we should have like a scream whenever someone subscribes. But, you know, that's
Yeah, we
just
need to
me.
work on our emotes, yeah.
Okay.
Buttons.
All right.
I'm paused.
You're paused. Okay, so yes, so 2d8. Both of you will heal it. Let's make this happen.
Alright.
So
Okay.
you gotta roll 2d8s, and then what's, I don't know what
Plus your spellcaster modifier, which is 5.
My spellcaster.
Oh yeah, it's just your, is it just your level?
It's
Fine.
level,
It's your
yeah.
level. It's just your
Oh,
level.
okay.
Oh, okay. So.
The only time it's not
where's
your
the
level is if
D10?
you take other levels of stuff.
Can I do it twice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 plus 5.
Off to a good start.
1!
Oh, what?
So,
You both
6
receive 8
and
points
7.
of healing.
Oh,
6 and 7.
no, 8. 'Cause it's
No,
like
no.
you heal both of us for those two combined plus
Yeah.
5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you both So you both heal 8 hit points. In addition, you stop bleeding, Khalil, so
Oh,
you're no
God.
longer slowly bleeding to death. But you do not restore your ability damage just yet. All right. Next up is Khalil, who is paralyzed. You can make me a fort save to try and break
I'm gonna
free of the
shake this-
paralysis.
I'm using a different dice. I'm gonna shake this shit off. Watch.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. I rolled a natural 2. So that is 6 in total.
Well, that is, pathetic. And sadly offers you no benefit whatsoever to trying to break free. As you sit there with your mouth open. Okay, Geralt. You're in the midst of this swarm.
I have no idea why I have this, but I have a bag of teeth.
What?
I have no idea why I have this.
So useful right now.
Yeah, I have no idea where I got this from. It somehow
How the hell
happened.
do you have a bag of teeth?
I have no idea.
Alright, fine. Yep, if it's written on the teeth.
I have it. It says right here, bag of teeth. I have
I'm gonna
no
watch
idea
it.
why I have it.
I am literally gonna go watch all the old episodes and try to find where the hell you picked up a bag.
Yeah, I need to find where you got a bag of teeth.
I don't know. I just wrote down bag of teeth.
Yeah, alright.
Wait, where did you get that?
For
Was
those
it
of you in the audience who think, you know, like, again, why is Michael not calling this guy up on potentially cheating? Because I know how little John actually looks at his character sheets between games. So there is literally no possible way he has just randomly put in on his sheets a bag of teeth. Unless he legitimately got it. So, yeah, alright. Well, what do you do with your bag of teeth, John?
I'm gonna like kind of open it and just like throw all the teeth into the air.
Alright. Very well. Because you have done so, you have bought yourself 2 rounds.
Sweet.
Where these tooth fairies basically scatter and begin clambering at these teeth. You see them sort of try and you know, they sort of grab them and they're sort of fighting over them, and they're like, you know, because there are quite a lot of teeth in this bag, and so yeah, they're super happy because it's their favorite food.
Oh, they eat teeth?
Yeah, I guess.
They're gonna eat your teeth.
I'm gonna punch him in the dumb fairy face.
Well, you
I
say
thought you were
that.
gonna say
You
I'm
say
gonna
that,
punch
but-
him in the dick.
You say that, but this is going to be very interesting because now, instead of the swarm having 1 tooth, the swarm now has a couple hundred teeth. One of which is Khalil's.
Oh, so I can't find my tooth. Is what you're trying to say.
Alright. The swarm is basically too busy fighting, so we're back up to Sorora.
I don't even know what the hell is happening.
Geralt has pulled out a bag of teeth and thrown it at these creatures that appear to
No,
be
I know that. But
okay.
my character is very confused.
The Leshy is still like the Leshy is sort of cuddling you for comfort.
Oh my god. Okay, while everyone is distracted doing this craziness, can I go into the tent?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
As you make your way to the tent, you find inside a series of scorch marks on the ground, a tear in the back of the tent, and a trail where something seems to have been dragged into the forest.
Uh-oh.
Now, the scorch marks don't look like fire. They look like they ripped through the ground, almost like they're crackling, like lightning or something.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Okay. And there's nothing like in the tent, like in the object that was Leopold's.
Yeah, yep. You find a lantern, some rope, a traveler's any tool, which is basically like a super Swiss Army knife that's magic and can act, well, sort of semi-magic. It's like has collapsible everything. You want a crowbar, it basically goes. It turns into a crowbar. If you want like a shovel, it becomes a shovel.
What is that called?
Traveler's any tool.
Dang.
Hell
That's
yeah.
really cool.
That is cool.
Yep. You also find a compass.
Oh my god damn it, I have like 30 compasses.
Because people don't like getting lost. And a
Alright.
map of the area.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, dang.
There are several locations marked out on the map, including the location you're currently at, as well as a location that seems to be off in the forest.
Oh. Hmm. Alright.
All right, that's what Sorora does. Khalil, fort save to try and shake off your paralysis.
19.
19. All right, with a 19, you manage to shake off your paralysis and you get your motion back. You close your mouth, your jaw is sore, and you are in a tremendous amount of pain. If anyone has actually gone to have their tooth removed without anesthetic, oh boy, that is not a fun time. That is not a way you want to spend your holiday. So, yeah, indeed, you have a tooth ripped out and you're like, ah! But that is all you can do for this round as you shake it off. You're in the swarm, and you can kind of take a 5-foot step away from it, but you'd still be in the swarm.
I mean, if that would help me, then I would. Whatever would assist me.
You're
as a
in the
character.
heart of the swarm.
I just want to get perma-stunned.
Like that game,
Okay.
Heart of the Swarm?
No.
All right.
No, Zergling,
All right, you step
no.
out of the swarm. You step out of the swarm.
Okay.
Geralt, it is now up to you, as they seem to be eating teeth.
Oh, man.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Throw more teeth.
Imagine eating teeth.
Ah!
There's like this whole like meaning behind if you have a dream about eating teeth.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a loss of control, but for me, it's that I actually have this really horrible fear of having my teeth fall out. Like, I legitimately have a fear that my teeth will fall out.
They will.
Ugh.
Eventually.
No, shut up. My teeth will be around forever. I guess, is there anything kind of like around that would allow me to kind of like swing into the swarm
What?
in a way that would hit multiple things?
Tarzan.
All right, you've still got the alcohol from you. You can spit the alcohol onto your hands and use your hands as like flaming torches and swing to hit a few of them.
Oh yeah, are some of them still on fire?
Yep.
All right. Then if that's the case, then yeah, I'm gonna pick up one that's on fire and I'm gonna use it as like a little lighter, and then do the breathing fire thing again.
You see this poor injured, blackened, crispy tooth fairy as you're sort of holding it. It's sort of like shaking in pain, and you breathe. You basically spit alcohol in its face as it's like, and the fire just. So another D4 points of damage, please.
Please don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Let's...
Says you.
Says me, yes.
Oh my god, another one.
Yeah!
Hello.
What
We
the
out
hell?
here making a difference.
I'm helping, guys.
You're doing
Sure.
so good.
All right. Okay. Well, as Geralt sets fire to the swarm, the swarm's still busily picking everything up. As Khalil sort of stepped out of the swarm, could I get you to please roll me a will save?
Okay. Holy shit, a natural 1.
For real?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. All right. As Khalil steps out of the swarm, he gets a clear image of the lake itself. As he does so, he looks into the lake's reflective surface and sees a young girl, like a small child. She sort of tries to whisper something, and Khalil can't really hear. He feels compelled to get closer and lean in to hear. You guys watch as Khalil is basically grabbed by this pair of adult hands that emerge from the lake and pull him into the waters.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Why does this keep happening?
Am I gone?
Yeah, you're gone. Yeah, no, you're gone. You're vamonos. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, what we're gonna do is we're going to actually to remove Khalil from combat and the rest of this game because I'm a horrible GM
What?
and this is what I do. Ha!
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna be doing.
Shook.
What?
I guess I'll leave.
Savage. All right.
Are you
As
okay?
all right.
Bad?
Is he? Tell me how upset he is.
He's like raging.
He's smiling
Okay.
angrily.
Okay.
Goodbye, guys. I'll see you next week, hopefully, if I'm not dead.
Bye. No, actually, in actuality, some stuff did come up for Zach, so he's been removed from the game temporarily. He will be back, I hope. All right. In the meantime, however, Sorora, the Tooth Fairies are still about, and of course you have legitimately witnessed Khalil getting dragged into the water. Like, that actually legit happened.
Well, that's terrifying. And I like, don't I have like a fear of water or something now?
Let me have a look. I've got all your phobias. You have false death.
What is false death? Oh yeah, because that kid.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you've got. That's all I've got written down for you.
False death? What is that? I don't even remember that.
It was, you weren't here, but there was this kid and he was like dead, but then he like woke up or something, so that like freaked me out.
And so now you're afraid of people actually being alive when they're dead?
No. She's got a disease.
Oh, I do remember that. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is what
all
can I is it my turn?
It is your turn.
All right, that's it. I like run out of the tent and cut off my hand and cast ancestral hand or whatever it's called.
Do you want to? Are you sure you don't want to cast that before you cut off your hand?
Bye.
You just like...
I cast it. I cast ancestral hand.
Spectral.
Spectral.
Ancestral.
Spectral hand. And use
All right.
it to grab as many of those fairies out of the sky.
All right. Roll an attack action as the ghostly hand that you've severed floats through the air and basically just swims around trying to grab as many of these fairies as possible.
What is it? Is it the ASC or whatever?
No, it's gonna be...
Yep.
Oh, is it her AC?
No.
No.
Yeah. No, it's her attack. So her melee attack. So base attack bonus plus strength.
What's that?
Oh, in this case, plus
BAB.
your casting stat.
BAB is on this 3. No, it would be 5, right?
Yeah. So whatever your casting stat is, go with that.
3, and then your casting stat
3.
is it charisma? Or is it intelligence? What is it that you use to cast?
What are you talking about?
I think it's charisma. I'm pretty sure.
It's charisma. It's charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 plus 3 plus 5. So 12.
12.
Very well. Really, 12. You grab a couple of them, but not too many, and you deal a little bit of damage to the swarm, but not a sizable amount. All right, we then go to Geralt.
All right, fire breath. Here we go. This is it. This is the big one.
All right, make it so.
Make it so.
3.
3. Okay, that's not bad. 3 points of damage. They are actually pretty satisfied with the loot that they have gotten, and they're not particularly interested in losing too many more of them. So as you breathe the fire out, everyone except for the ones that are dead and the one you have in your hand begins to disperse, flying away, carrying their teeth with them. One of them is a bit greedy and sort of has the big bag that you threw that still has a few teeth in it, and it's trying to drag it away, but it's too small and can't pick it up. So it's just sort of dragging it on the floor very lazily.
Vicious stomp.
Okay, yeah, you crush this thing. It just squash! And then, you hear this, like, sort of crunkling sound.
Squeak. It's like, wee, like a little squeaky toy.
And then I pick up my bag
Yep.
of teeth.
Why do you need that?
All right.
Well,
you've still
apparently
got-
I needed it now.
I don't think there will ever be
Yeah.
another instance where you'll need that.
I never
Yeah,
would
you've
have
still
thought
got about-
there was an instance where I needed it in the first place. I just picked it up and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to this. I don't even remember why I picked it up, but I definitely remember picking it up.
All right, you've got about 6 teeth left in it.
All right.
Alright. Good shit.
All right. Okay, so from this point on, let's see. Sorora, do you tell them about the pathway, etc., etc.?
Yes, so I found this pathway and a utility tool that becomes anything I need, and there's this map, and it has a location on it that we need to go to, I believe, but also Khalil was dragged
I was gonna
into
say, that's all great.
the lake
However,
by an adult hand.
probably need to go take care of that first.
I hate being underwater.
Well, okay. Goodbye, Khalil. It was nice knowing you. I guess we're now called the Geralt Agency.
Oh, actually, yeah, never mind. We're not going to save Khalil. Let's just continue on.
Can you swim, little Leshy? No, neither can I, really.
I can swim pretty well.
Do you know what that
It
thing
sort
was?
of waves its hands excitedly as it sort of points to where Khalil went down, and then it seems to point into the forest.
Oh, you don't want to go down there?
It sort of like reaches into its jacket and pulls out a twig, and starts sort of standing like Khalil stands. And then it sort of points into the forest.
You're the new Khalil?
Oh, no. He's saying that Khalil's been taken into the forest.
What?
I don't know. It's magic. I've never gotten magic. That's why I just punch things.
So, shall we...
And it sort of gets a couple more branches and leaves and puts it in its hair, or in its like, you know, orange peel. And it starts doing this. It starts going...
Tentacle?
Is that magic?
Hula?
It's magic. Magic.
Wow. You're so wise, little one.
I think it's a witch or something. I don't really know.
It sort of looks down and kicks some dirt off your shoulder.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's go into the forest.
All right. Let's go to the forest. We got to save Khalil. I guess he's in the forest.
Right. You lock hands and you start to skip down the trail into the forest.
Hell yeah. I mean, I tried
alright.
to skip, but he, falls behind because he's so short.
Savage. Okay, so as you make your way into the forest, the canopies of the tree line begin to grow over this area. It is not a marked path, nor is it a place that is well traveled. As you look onto the floor, you continue to follow these drag marks off into the distance until you come to what appears to be like this almost loamy, almost boggy kind of area where the mud is just thick. Geralt, you start sinking down to about your knees, maybe, you know, encroaching onto your mid-thighs as you kind of making your way through this area. And it starts to become difficult terrain as you enter. Now, as you come into this sort of clearing, you can hear the sounds of something moving above you in the tree line.
Uh-oh. Can I do a perception check?
You may absolutely do a perception check.
19. Do you want a perception check too?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm really good at perception ever. My perception is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Okay. As you look around, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. The trees, however, look unwell. They look like they're blighted and sick. You're not entirely sure why, but the deeper you get into this particular area, the more lifeless it feels. And your little Leshy friend seems to be, start to get very scared.
Have you been to this area before? Do you want to come with us or no? Mm.
Oh, what do we do?
You can put it in a tree.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna be okay in this tree?
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's put him in the tree.
All right, be careful.
All right. You walk up to this blighted tree, and you see that there's a knot hole that you can put him in. As soon as you put it, sort of into the little stump, it sort of looks at you and sort of waves farewell. It seems very happy. Its eyes are like doing the anime eye things when they're like super happy. And all of a sudden, the knot hole closes.
What?
The tree lurches forward, and around it, vines and leaves and moss begin to gather and roll up as this huge, hulking mass of vegetation shambles to life.
Like Lord of the Rings?
Kind of. We have a picture.
Like
Somewhere.
evil or like nice?
Like, do we have that picture? I don't know if we have the picture. Yeah, there we go. Like that.
Oh, that looks pretty evil. So we basically just killed this little thing.
The knot hole in the tree was where the mouth currently sits.
Nope!
And it roars, spitting out mud and grime and muck. Vines basically start to crawl in and around the soil around Geralt and Sorora as they look in horror at this huge, awful creature. Please roll me sanity checks, the both of you.
Oh my god!
Oh boy.
That's with your will? Right?
Color Circuit does not endorse the killing of the wholesome bean child.
15?
15. Okay, so with a 15,
18.
And 18, you are both fine.
Oh, thank God.
You take no damage from. Sorry, no. You take 1 point of damage from the death of the Leshy thing, which is enough to obviously trigger Geralt.
It's actually not anymore. I have 2 will. I have 2 will now.
All right. Well, there you go. So now you've just taken. You've just taken 1 point of sanity damage. Wait, it's not will. It's your threshold. So what's your highest intelligence modifier?
Oh, 0.
Yeah, so yeah, you're still affected. All right. So, but don't worry. So roll me a will save to avoid the sanity effect.
19.
You're fine. You have no adverse effects from this.
Woo! We got a new subscription.
Woo! All right. Thank you for subscribing. There is no Nick. Very big thank you. I hope you're enjoying the show. As a little bit of an extra incentive here, what I'd like you to do particularly is if you've got an idea for a monster or a horrible thing you want me to do to these guys,
Oh, God.
throw that down. All the subscribers, if you're listening, all the subscribers who subscribe and check us out every week, throw something in, and I'll see if I can write something into their future adventures. In the meantime, however, roll initiative as this lumbering creature moves into attack.
Ooh, 20.
I feel like
not natural.
I feel like Sorora is super sad.
I am.
Oh man, that was.
First it was.
You literally put that thing into its mouth.
I know. I feel so bad. Initiative, where's that?
It should be at the top somewhere. Oh, you might have a chance. It's only got an initiative of 2.
Oh, 2. 9. 11.
11. Geralt?
20.
Oh, look at you guys go. Alright, so Geralt, you are up first as this viney creature lurches and steps up to you.
I guess I'm gonna kind of reach into the water and see if there's anything like good I could use as a weapon.
Okay, let's see. You find... Oh, Jesus. Okay, you find an eel.
I find an eel?
Like a swamp eel. Like, it's like one of those, like, gross, slimy ones.
Alright, let's work with this. Alright, I'm gonna attack with it. With, holding its tail and try and, hit it in the face or something with its face.
Make your
with
attack.
The eel face.
Make your attack as you whip it in the face with an eel.
Ooh, I assume not. Let's see here. 8. 11.
11 will... not hit.
Damn it.
As you sort of hit it like a limp noodle. The eel, however, is dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I still use it as a weapon?
Yeah. You can still
Okay,
use it
good.
as a weapon. And a tasty snack later on.
Ooh.
Okay. Sorora, it is up to you next.
Well, enraged, I will.
I love how cheerful you sound when you mention you're enraged. Well, now that I'm absolutely pissed off at you.
Now that I'm aggravated slightly, you took away the only thing I'll ever love. Fleshy lives matter. Oh my god.
Oh.
I am going to
I feel
go
like we-
ballistic and slice up this disgusting beast.
Alright, pulling out her clawed appendages, which she hasn't actually used for quite a while.
No.
You
Chink,
turn on,
chink.
you channel every like gardener, every greengrocer that like you ever saw, and just start going to town on this huge moss of garden.
Yes.
All right, make your attacks.
And it's the BAB.
Yeah, plus BAB plus strength, I believe.
I think the attacks are written on your sheet under the actual weapon.
Might be.
Yeah, it's 1d4.
Well, that's for the damage.
Oh.
But... Yeah,
Well, then it's
plus
so
base
12.
attack.
12?
It would be 12, yeah.
12 does not hit. And your second attack?
Oh.
Worse than that.
All right, you lunge and you slash and you cut, but you are unable to find purchase in the big mossy body of this mounded creature. It is going to try and eat one of you. Who is it going to try and eat? Let's eat. I'm going to roll odds and evens. Odds, it's going to be Sorora. Evens, it's going to be Geralt. And it's going to eat Sorora.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish it would have eaten.
All right.
Me. I probably could have worked with that pretty well.
15 to hit your AC as it tries to grab hold of you.
Yeah.
Does that get it?
Yeah.
My AC is 15.
Oh, all right. That is a 11 points of damage.
Jesus.
So where am I?
And
Oh.
Oh wait, it wouldn't be that, because it would be total, right? 22. That was from last time.
Yeah.
So 22 minus 11.
Yeah. So 11.
all right. Oh yeah, I've got all your stats here. What am I doing? All right. So then it grapples you as it sort of makes its attack, and it begins to squeeze and constrict you, dealing a further 6 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my Lanta. 11.
All right, but it now has you in its clutches. Bad Eddie. Bad Eddie. No. All right. So
Oh, no.
so as the shambling mound now has Sorora, we go to Sorora, who is to Geralt, who is watching his friend about to get devoured.
All help.
Oh god. All right. All right. I'm gonna attack with my eel again.
All right, make your attack as you like nunchucks. Basically, is how I'm imagining you're using these.
Let's see here.
Wachoo!
15.
15. 15 will hit.
Yes. Take that, you giant weird thing. All right. And let's see here. So
I low key want to be like somehow like calling out for my dad.
6 plus 4.
Senator Flair.
Oh wait, so let's see here. So that's 7, 14, 18 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like that. Did not like that one iota.
Take that!
Sorora.
Ha ha!
Yep, as the eel smacks it in the face, you basically see bits of it start falling off and landing in the mud. It does not like that one little bit, and it turns to you and roars again. Its stinking, stale breath of stagnant water just like sprays you as it yells out.
Also, my eel is broken now. I can't use it anymore.
No.
You basically got the head and like half of it.
Damn it!
Sorora.
What is it? Grass spring lure?
Grass spring lure. I feel like it is creating a trap, which uses like it's like, have you seen those like circular traps they leave in the ground, and it catches rabbits by going, and then
Yes.
yeah, it's one of those.
I don't think that'd be very useful.
What is musk?
It is kind of like animal pheromone, where you rub it on yourself, and animals either are attracted or put off by you.
Dang. Okay. Well, here we go. We're going to go to the tool or whatever. The
Yep.
arm. Okay. Traveler any tool.
Mhm.
And what is the most deadly thing I can make out of this?
They're not really weapons. You're actually better off using your claws than you would be anything you can make with the any tool.
Okay. Rip. Does this creature have eyes? I can't really see the picture.
It does not have eyes.
It just
You
has.
should probably just heal yourself.
Okay. Healing myself.
Very well. You feel the surge of divine energies flow through you as your wounds begin to knit and heal. Are you using your level 1 or level 2 spell?
I'm gonna use my level 1 cure light wounds.
So 1d8 plus 5.
Well, it's not bad.
8.
Alright, so yep, you heal 8 hit points. Alright, the creature opens its jaw, distending it, creating this huge, open, vicious maw with writhing tentacles of, writhing vines, should I say. As it drops you into its gullet.
Shove it down your gullet, Phyllis.
And you watch, Geralt watches in horror as his companion is devoured.
Sorora! No!
Roll me a sanity check.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Damn you, Sorora! Putting me through this.
Scared of vines?
Yeah, I guess it'd be kind of the same as tentacles anyways.
No.
It's fine.
Hopefully.
6.
You know, what'd be really cute is if I was like alive inside of him and I saw the little baby forest spirit.
I got a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you take 2 points of sanity damage.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, you are 1 damage off your edge before you start suffering from major sanity problems.
What is it? 14.
Yeah. So roll your will save again. Yeah, 14's your edge.
I think I'm okay. 19.
Yes, you are okay.
Oh, thank
All right,
God.
Sorora, as you slide down the slippery throat of this creature, you end up in its stomach, and the acid inside seems to be burning you. You take 4 points of damage.
Fucking shit. Oh, sorry. 4 points?
But you notice something peculiar. Even though you're inside of its stomach, there is there's a strange bioluminescence that seems to be illuminating the inside of its stomach. You can see amongst the vines of its stomach lining, there is a tiny little glowing orb.
Oh. Wow. Beautiful.
You sort of move over to the orb, wading through the acid in the stomach, and you sort of pull apart a couple of the vines to get a better look at it, and it appears to be a tiny leshy.
My child.
It sees you, and it seems to be like its eyes are big and welled up. It's like the tears are sort of not pouring yet, but they're sort of like just about to. It looks really scared.
Oh, baby. We're getting out of here. Don't you worry. Can I, like,
All right.
get the leshy or nah?
Yeah, no, you can take the leshy if you want from where she is, and it'll go with you.
All right.
It sort of grabs onto the same dreadlock again.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay, so let me see. Is it possible? Oh my god. Can I stab it from the inside? Does that do anything? Can I find like a vital organ of some sort and stab it?
Roll a perception check if you like.
Okay. Perception 3 of 18.
18. You look through the vines and you can sort of hear the sounds of water sloshing around. You find a surface of the inner lining of the stomach you think is going to be really susceptible to any kind of attack.
All right. Stab, stab.
All right, make your attack as you, with your claws, begin to hack away at the plant matter.
Well, this is pathetic. So my
It's probably not good.
it's 3.
6
plus
7. It'll be 7 total.
7.
That'll hit.
Oh, alright. There you go. I guess it is the stomach that's not moving.
She's inside. Yeah, she's inside it. All right, roll your damage.
Is that the diamond?
No, it's a D4.
The triangle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget you get a second attack as well.
3.
3 damage. Ooh, oof, oof. This thing is definitely not pleased. All right, next, your next attack.
Oh, you gotta roll this one first. That was harder than last time, so you should hit.
4, 5, 6, 7. Would it be 8? 8.
8. That'll hit.
3.
Woo!
3 points of damage. Okay. All right.
You try to eat me? Ching, 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 ching.
Not bad. You seem to be cutting this thing up from the inside. You can kind of see some light now shining through from the outside of it.
Gerald! I'm still alive!
Oh, thank God. Thank the gods.
And so is Leshy.
What? Oh, yes. Happy day. Happy day.
All right. That was Sorora. Sorry, that was the Shambling Mountain. The Geralt now.
The Geralt.
The Geralt.
I'm gonna grab
Sorry, I've been
another.
watching
I'm
too
gonna.
much Teen Titans now.
I'm gonna
Starfire.
I'm gonna grab another improvised weapon. Just reach in. I'm gonna reach into the mud and just see what I can pull out.
Oh, gross.
By the way, I'm rolling a percentage on what he's picking up, and there's actually a really hilarious one if he gets a 100%. And guess what? You are like so close. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's like 1%. So close, so close. All right, you reach down and you pull out what appears to be a human foot.
Ew, why is that there?
This'll work. All right, I'm gonna attack him with it.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
I'm gonna knock his teeth out. I'm gonna kick him. I can't think of a pun. Anyways, I'm gonna kick him.
I'm gonna put my foot down.
Looks like this time I'll be putting my foot down on his dreams.
What?
And then I roll 20 something. It's pretty high. 20
That'll hit.
27.
That's fine. It's fine. You'll hit. AC was 50. All right, roll your damage.
Boom. Let's see here. 8, 16, 20.
20. What? 20 damage.
Oh, actually, I'm not even doing this right. I'm realizing. Yeah, because I got those combat feats. I just do an outrageous amount of damage now. So actually, sorry, hold on. I actually calculated the damage incorrectly both this time and last time because I add my D4, then I can double it. So I do, let's see here, 8, 12, 24 damage with a foot.
With a foot.
Except I guess on the bad side that I can't use the foot again because it's broken.
You know what? We've got another 10 minutes to the show. I was gonna make this easier because we didn't have Khalil, but you know what? Stuff you if you're doing that much damage. I'm just all right. So yes, you smash it super hard with this foot. The creature, huge chunks of it fall out, and of those huge chunks. You see one chunk seems to contain Sorora and the Leshy.
Hello.
I'm just like still going in slow motion. I just look at him and I go, ding,
ding. And I'm just like really
Sorora,
apathetic. Like, hello.
It is your turn, and you are covered in this green plant goo.
Well, this is not the first time. So, okay. Is this thing dead yet? Like, is it... What is happening?
It's not dead yet.
Is it close to dying?
Maybe. Shut up.
It did just kind of explode. I think it's probably pretty close.
It's pretty close to dying.
Alright.
Because I hit it with an eel and a human foot.
This is not happening. Can I, Jesus, I don't know, like, I fall to the ground, covered in goo, make sure Leshy is okay.
Leshy sort of looks at you. He's sort of dripping with the goo as well.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Hello, friend. Glad you're okay. Sorry I put you in a mouth of a creature.
It hugs your head.
Oh. No beef. Okay, can I just, like, cast the +1 attack on, or whatever it's called?
Yep.
Guidance?
Spouting incantations and making your magical hand gestures, Geralt's body is infused with divine power as his next attack is granted the bonuses of the gods of a +1. The shambling mound looks at Geralt with anger in its eyes.
Bring it, hentai monster.
All right. It makes 2 attacks. Seriously, what the hell? Why do I have Khalil's life? Rolls a natural 1 on the first one.
I limbo under the vine as it's coming towards me.
Oh no. If I play these rules with you guys, I play these rules with me. And that means it is time for a fumble, which I have done again. Alright, somebody in the audience, please give me a number between 1 and 5. And when I get that number, I will draw it from the deck. Okay, so anyone from the audience, first number between 1 and 5, and we're gonna find out what horrible thing happens to this poor shambling mound. 4 it is. All right, let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a melee attack, and that is. Oh, that's no good. All my enemies have concealment for 1d4 rounds as the shambling mound collides with the water and kicks up this huge gout of mud and muck. It can't find you in it, and it'll make its next attack, which might hit, but it does not because of the concealment. So it sort of like splashes around in the water like it's trying to hit you, but can't seem to hit anything. It's taken so much damage, it's panicking, it's roaring, it's flailing. We're not. Now we're up to Sorora, I believe.
Bleed.
No, sorry, Geralt.
Oh.
My bad. Yeah.
No, I think I just went. Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah, you
Sorora
just went
buffed
because
you.
you were with the. Yeah, that's right. You just buffed me. All right. Let's reach in and spin this roulette wheel. See what happens. We're gonna reach into the mud, grab some improvised weapon, and go to town.
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, oh no.
Oh God. Rip.
Oh God, what is it?
You reach down into the water and you pull out what appears to be this kind of green log. It's kind of got this really unusual pattern to it, but it seems to be stuck in the mud. It's like attached to something way bigger. But what you've got, you could probably hit the shambling mound with.
Oh God. Oh God. All right. Yeah. Let's take him out.
Pee-pee? Ew, I hate that word.
Alright, make your attack.
Alright. It's 18.
I'm gonna throw up if this is just a hentai episode.
This is the hentai
I feel like that's
episode.
gonna be the name of the hentai episode. What was it, 15?
18.
18. That
Hit him with the giant penis.
You hit him with the giant penis. Roll your attack. You know, it wasn't a giant penis before, but now...
Now it's a giant penis. Oh, I'm gonna do a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be 28 damage.
Oh yeah, no, he dies. It explodes in this shower of plant matter. And as it does so, Geralt, holding in his hand this object, you know, sort of cheers happily like at the defeat of the creature, only to realize that what he has in his hand slowly rises to the surface and glares at him with reptilian eyes, as what he is holding is the tail of an incredibly large crocodile.
Is that why it's called Tales of the Undertaker?
Right. Tales of the Undertaker. All right, guys. And we'll find out what happens to Geralt when he tangles with the master of the boggy, swampy lands. Again, keeping in mind, I'm Australian. I know exactly how crocodiles work, so this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this show, then, you know, stick around because we're going to be doing our wrap-up right now. If you don't stick around, however, thanks for joining us, and we hope that we'll see you guys next week because we love playing this. We love hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys liked the whole plot twist things. We didn't get through some of them because some of them were a bit tricky, but I will mention them nonetheless. The 3 that we got just then were switching sides, which kind of got played with the Tooth Fairies, kind of not wanting to fight after Today, whatever today is, it is this day. Oh, whatever day is this. For me, it's a Wednesday. Oh, I get it. Ha! I see what you're doing. Damn you, Streamhouse. All right. So yeah, switching sides was the Tooth Fairy one. We also got Envy and Sloth, which I didn't really put in yet, but I'll hang on to them and see if I remember them next week. So your cards have been accrued, and we will see something about that. Do we have our exit out screen thing, or is that something no one told you about?
Boom, there it goes.
Oh, there we go. Boom, like a boss. All right, guys. So from me here at Ask a Pathfinder, if you guys love RPGs as much as I do, and are interested in, you know, sort of getting into your own games or trying to, you know what? Hey, Madison, can you go sit next to John? I feel like my OCD is just kicking in. Just something
Everything has
fierce.
to be symmetrical.
Right. And of course, if you want to check out more stuff on RPGs and stuff like that, you can find me all about the place. I've got a Facebook page called Ask a Pathfinder. I've got a YouTube channel. I do have Twitch, but that's not really great, and I do it with other people more than anything else. And if you guys ever want to chat with me directly on your RPG adventures, you can find me on Discord at discord.me/AskAPathfinder. And I love hanging out and chatting with really cool people. All right, so that's it from me. From you guys at Color Circuit, what day is it?
Tuesday.
Oh my god, what day is it, guys?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, which means tomorrow's Wednesday. Which means that there's some shows on, and I have no idea what the shows are.
All right.
Oh wait, it's improv. It's Improv Donut and Improv Donut, and then is it Burnt Bagel?
I'm gonna say Burnt Bagel.
I think it's Burnt Bagel.
Come on, guys, you've only been doing this for like the better part of a couple years.
There's a wrestling show at one point in time. I know.
Oh wait, here we go. So it's Improv Donut followed by Improv Bagel. Improv Donut is a short form comedy show, and Improv Bagel is a long form comedy show. You can catch both of those starting at 7 and then followed by Improv Bagel at 8. So check that out. Both times Mountain Standard Time.
Thursday.
Then on the Thursday, there's Viral Reactions, which is a show about reacting to horrible and hideous venereal diseases.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really hilarious.
It's not. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's what I thought. You know, no, it's about finding stuff on the internet and on YouTube and reacting to them because reasons.
People love a good reaction video.
They do. And then of course is Control-Alt-Delete, which is a bunch of really fun and cool games, which I think is done by like what, Tito and someone, or
I thought it was Orion. Is it Tito and Orion?
Was it
maybe?
Ryan?
I think they
Tito and Orion.
It was Orion
swap.
for a while. I don't know if it is still.
Yeah, they swap around a lot, but they're fun guys. Actually, when I first came into Color Circuit and started hanging out with these guys, it was through the Control-Alt-Delete stuff, the Controller-Alt-Delete stuff, and you know, that kind of thing, which is really cool. Then on Friday, if you like board games, there is of course Ludlam Tempest, which is done by one
Ludum
of
Tempest.
Ludum. No, it's Ludlam, mate. Ludlam
Tempest.
Ludlam, mate. Ludlam Tempest. Right. And yeah, some tabletop board games. I don't know what they're doing this week, but I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Then on Saturday is the Rough Draft Theater. With some voice actors, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's definitely a really fun thing to check out. Some of the voice actors have pretty cool voices, like Fernando.
Oh, Fernando! I'm his #1 fan.
He has a voice of the gods.
Oh, I see how it is. All right.
His voice cuts butter.
All right, and then on Sunday there is the Quest to the Top 5, which is something's journey.
Fruitless Journey. It's a fruitless journey. It's another gaming show.
Is that what we got? Is another gaming show?
Yeah. And then later that day is Sit Down and Pile Drive, which is a wrestling.
The wrestling one, I knew it. I knew there was one.
The best wrestling show on Color Circuit.
The only one.
Yes.
And then on Monday, there's Screen Source, which is film, television news and reviews and stuff like that. That's also a very good watch, especially if you want lots and lots of people to basically express their thoughts and opinions regarding up-and-coming movies or even pre-existing ones. Yeah, it's a pretty good show to tune into. I know, right? We're doing a great job, and I'm going to point out that Zach leaves no notes as to what we need to cover at the end of the shows.
Oh, that's true.
So
and
Zach,
then, of course,
this is your fault.
This is Zach's fault. And of course, Tuesdays you're back with, of course, me at Tales from the Undertaker, which I hope you guys are really enjoying because I love playing with you guys and hanging out and meeting all these really cool fans who have these amazing and weird and wacky ideas. By the way, it has been fully acknowledged that up and coming in one of the episodes will be what is effectively called the Easy Killer.
No.
Well, that's the name of it, but it is now on my list of things, and I will figure out a way to incorporate such a beast or creature into my adventures.
Ooh.
So thank you very much to that. But again, if you guys have creatures, if you guys have ideas that you want me to throw into the adventure, throw them out there in the chat, guys. Like that, this is what makes us different from any of the other live plays. Is we are all about changing and modifying the game with our audience. So if you guys want to see a person thrown in, throw out an idea. If you want to see a monster, chuck it in, and we'll see if we can make it happen. You know, we can't get to everything, but you know, we'll do that. If we kill Khalil, he'll report the stream. Well, Khalil's had a few near misses, so he might make it. I mean, who knows? I can't promise anything though, because you know, I mean, his rolls are garbage. Like, I mean, like really, like seriously hot garbage. If you haven't got the chance to yet, go and see our first season. In the early episodes, we went to Carrion Hill, which was a zombie-infested area, and Khalil, I kid you not, could not find his feet at all. I think he actually properly died in that one, but we kind of saved him because it was like the first adventure.
Oh, that's right, like, he did. He like legit straight up died.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I was being very magnanimous at the time, so there we go. Yeah, it is a very lovable trait, because I mean, a lot of people ask me, like, you know, the best kind of characters or how to make the best builds for D&D. Honestly, sometimes the best character is the one who just fumbles all the time. All right, guys. Well, that's it from us here at Color Circuit and Ask a Pathfinder. Till next time, guys. As always, make sure that you keep your dice rolling and your ideas stay mindworm free. Have a good one, guys.